What are we doing today? If you look right here, and I take a look right there, that is a sterling silver necklace that I made, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. And it's a mother's necklace with the kids and the husband and all that. But suddenly, we left a little spot in the center for a grandchild. So looky there. So the center stone's going to be a little smaller, but how am I going to set that center stone in the middle of that plate and make it look like it's supposed to be there? I'm going to do it just like this. All right, the first thing, I could do it and leave the chain on, but I can just get rid of the chain for a minute. Being as I installed it originally, I can install it again. It just kind of gets it out of the way. Get all these pieces out of here. All right, so if you look right here, Anna, if you can see this, you can actually see that the backs of the stones poke through the plate. And we knew that was going to happen. We actually did it on purpose because to make them not stick through, they'd either have to stick up on the front or this plate would have to be about 3 times that thickness. So somehow I've got to isolate. If you look kind of down there, you've got to isolate so you don't put pressure on the bottom of those. But first, let's go to the back. Oh, I forgot we engraved it too. All right. Going to take a pair of dividers, and I'm just kind of guessing right now where the center is. I don't want a real heavy line because I have to polish it out. Okay. There's my center this way. Now, let me set it down like that. Get back here. I just need to get close like that. If you look right there, you can now see where the center of that plate is. So what let's do, let's come in here and get us a little starting spot for drilling this out. All right, we're just going to go through a couple of drill sizes and we're going to get the hole the size we need it. I don't quite know what size I want yet, but I can get started for a second here. All right, now look real close at this right here. Let's get where what I'm trying to see is you can see the lines that are going this way. It's a little hard to see. Let's see if we can get lucky. All right, there you go. Look how the one on the right is slightly too far over this way. That's why you go with a series of drill bits, because you can move those a little bit if you need to. So give me a minute. We're going to get a hole in this ring, or in this pendant.
Yep.
Getting there. Okay, so see this little bit of flashing there on the front? This is going to be my final drill hole, so what I'm going to do is come in here and barely drill into it. That'll knock most of that flashing off. Then I'll come in behind here do the same thing. And then when I punch through, I've got most of that flashing removed. All right, that's as big a hole as I'm going to do with the drill bit. Everything after that is going to be a different method. All right, so if you look real close, this stone is right at 3 millimeters. So if you look up here, I need to find a 3 millimeter burr. This one's very close. This is it. So I'm going to lay it on its side just so I kind of know where I'm at. Now I'm going to take one a lot smaller and we're going to start working this hole up. But how are we going to deal with this, with these stones sticking through the back? In comes the GRS ball. Okay, so here's my plate that I'm working on. And so now you see I've got clearance. So now let's just spin this over and we're gonna start by finding the burr that I just pulled out of there. All right, let's go up a size or two. Same thing. All right, now let me show you. All right, see, we're still not big enough, but once again, what I'm mostly interested in is watching all of these gaps to make sure I'm even, and I think I need to pull it just a little bit this direction with the next burr. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm pulling, whoop, well, you can see what I'm doing there. I'm just trying to pull that hole just a little. All right, we're good. All right, I'm pretty happy with my positioning. Oops, hold on there, little plate. The way I've got it in this rig, I can't tighten it too much because I don't want to leave little divots up here where these are connecting. All right, does our stone fit? Oh, I forgot I dropped the stone in here, hang on. Okay, look right across the top here and you'll see that that pink stone is just slightly taller. So we are super close to having that hole the right size. Let's go one more burr up. Okay. Anybody want to guess where the stone is? You guessed it. All right, I think this is probably going to fit. Wish me luck. Nope, it's still a little small, but that gets back to what we did originally when I took the burr that I thought was going to be my final and laid it over, and sure enough, I was right. I think I like it. All right, now what I want to do is just come in here with this little rubberized abrasive wheel, and let's just kind of get all my little flashings gone. Let's see if my stone fits. Okay. This stone is cut a little different than these others. It's a little taller, but I think that'll be fine right there. All right. So what I've got to do, the way that stone is cut, I'm going to have to use this different kind of burr that cuts this seat just a little differently. It's the right diameter, but the stone, this part of the stone, the bottom of the stone called the pavilion, was just kind of bumping around somewhere, and oh, look at that, right where I want it. All right, so now we've got our seat cut. Let me show you how I hold it in there. Okay. I don't use those, what do you call it, those sharpening stones, because they wear out, and this is a metal sharpening pad. I don't know what to call it. It doesn't have a name on it, but it's metal, and I like it better, so I am sharpening what is known as a 51 graver, which is also a stone setting graver. All right, so get on my thumb here. And anybody that's watched our videos and you've watched where I smashed my thumb back in the spring, look at that, it's already grown out. But I always use my thumb. Nope, I'm not sharp enough yet. Let me keep going. Okay, if you look at these 4 stones I'd set earlier, you'll see it's got a little bead in all 4 corners. So what I'm going to do is come in here, and I'm not doing anything other than just making a little mark. Then I'm going to look and see if I like my marks. I do. All right, so Anna, get as close as you can to where my tool point is right there, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is start to move this metal over that stone. Come in, find my corner mark over here. All right, now I'm just going to pretty much go around the clock here a couple of times, putting a little more pressure each time. Okay, that looks good. All right, now we just have to put the chain back on it.